Put on your detective hats and investigate a new case in every episode with Terry Seattle. Fans of murder mysteries, this show's the breath of fresh air that you need. It's the perfect mix of some good old killer hunting, light banter, and guest stars. The first season left us all wanting more. So finally, we're here to answer the big question. Is the show getting a second season? Let's get into the deets right away. First of all, what's the update on the show's renewal? Netflix has still to decide whether the show will be getting a new season or not. The last we heard about the future of the show was in late April. A Deadline interview with Tracy Pacosta revealed that the fate of the new season is still hanging in the balance. But we're keeping our hopes high. With the interesting concept and cast, Murderville has a lot of potential to be renewed for another season. There's one little thing though. Audience reception and streaming numbers are important factors for Netflix, and that's why the show needs to reach a solid viewership. At this time, this might be difficult to determine, since the show doesn't really offer a constant story. Plus, its episodes don't all have the same quality. What does this mean? Well, viewers can simply choose to watch whichever episode they want, but judging from the overall reviews, it's so far been positively received. If we talk about the ratings, it has an 83% approval rate on Rotten Tomatoes with a 96% audience score. We know the show's still waiting for a confirmed comeback, but looks like showrunner Krister Johnson already has some ideas. In an interview with Consequence, he went on to share his love for Dave Grohl. He hopes that the drummer will eventually make it to the show, proving that he's somewhat confident that this isn't the end for Murderville. So, when can the expected release date be? If you're a Murderville fan, you probably know what we're about to tell you. Let us jog your memory a bit. Remember, the first season finished filming by mid-2021, and we didn't get an official announcement till January 2022? Even the trailer was released just 9 days before the premiere date. So if everything goes smoothly, we can expect a similar release date by January or February 2023. Also, from the looks of it, it looks like the show will not change stylistically. Guests will walk into the set of Murderville without knowing anything. Having no script, they'll be solving murder mysteries and improvising. According to Johnson, they would get the guests from the trailer without any practice and just start filming straight away. Now, you must be thinking that's crazy, right? Well, we actually think it's a really cool idea. We don't see this kind of thing done every day. Plus, this is how the show gets that comedic element, so we're not complaining at all. And who will we potentially see in season 2? As we mentioned before, we don't yet know a lot about the guest stars who will be joining the show, but we do know a little from Krister's statement. He feels that Grohl from Foo Fighters will make an incredible guest, but that doesn't mean that he'll surely be making an appearance. Guess only time will answer that question. Still, according to the showrunner, even if they get him or not, there's so much fun to be had in getting other people who are just as charismatic. Also, imagine someone super playful and who's going to jump into the show with both feet, but isn't a ringer at the end of the day. Plus, the entire idea behind Murderville wasn't to put together the best improvisers. We know that it may look like that, but it was always about someone you know from their other work being put into an impossible situation. That's what makes the show so different and praiseworthy. So, we're sure they'll pick the right guest stars and impress all of us. Who knows, we might even get to see someone like LeBron James. Imagine that! Next, how well did the show perform on Netflix? The brainchild of Will Arnett is the successor of the UK series Murder in Successville. So, how was the response to the show? Well, unfortunately, it failed to make a meaningful impact on Netflix's top 10. Plus, it didn't feature in the streamer's newly established global top 10's hourly data. This list is one of the best ways we have of monitoring the platform's top shows, and it's a pretty big deal. According to Flix Patrol, the show only managed to reach the overall top list in just 2 countries, the United States and Canada. In the US, it dropped off the list after 6 days, which is again, not so great. Let's use another metric, which is the IMDb Movie Meter score. For those who don't know, this score ranks the pages on IMDb with the most traffic in a given week. So if we talk about Murderville after its release, it managed to get to the most popular title. It was off to a rocky start, but viewers actually loved the concept of celebrities improvising on the show. While you wait for an announcement about the show, we think it's a great idea to go back and binge watch the first season again. Now onto other news. Firstly, why was First Kill canceled? The cancellation of this supernatural sapphic love story is very painful for fans of the series. It has everything one could ask for: vampires, teen drama, and the star-crossed lovers trope. So why didn't it secure a second season renewal? When it comes to decisions like this, the streaming service is tricky. It prioritizes shows that viewers binge on right away. This means that if anything goes south, they decide that it isn't worth the cost of making. According to sources, we're not getting a new season because of its low viewership. Felicia D. Henderson, the showrunner, also had a conversation with Variety about this. She got the call from the platform saying they weren't renewing the show because the completion rate just wasn't high enough. Well, as a showrunner, she was very disappointed because she was told that the completion would get higher. But guess that didn't happen. Henderson believes this is all because of the streamer's marketing campaign. According to her, the art for the initial marketing was beautiful, and it would have added to the show's success if it had been used, of course. So we guess this is the end for Calliope and Juliet. We know that the show didn't start with a perfect first season, but it did have a lot of potential. Guess we'll never get to see it fulfilled. Up next, Netflix agrees to invest more in African content. Dorothy Gatuba says that their investment in African countries continues to grow more and more. The executive team in Africa plans to continue spending on content, both scripted and unscripted. This is until they find a big show like Squid Game that captures global recognition. This is the big break filmmakers here needed, and it's about time the streamer gave them the recognition they long deserved. During See What's Next Africa, Netflix revealed several renewals and some co-production developments, plus new details around existing projects, and another multi-project output deal with a South African filmmaker were also announced. Under the partnership, Mendo Kais Walter Dube, who directed Silverton Siege, Netflix's first commissioned African film, will be directing several new projects. He'll join Nigeria's Kunle Afolayan and Mo Abudu, who have similar deals. The world is curious about local shows from the region. According to Gatuba, they believe that this is a center for some amazing content that resonates with people. We can expect shows or movies from countries like Ghana and Zimbabwe to even Uganda. Everyone's looking forward to creative and great stories from Africa, and we're very excited about all these projects. Lastly, filming for Palomino will begin in September. Get ready because the team behind The Crown has something fresh for us. Palomino, a female-led thriller series, will begin filming in September 2022. So far, 8 episodes have been commissioned for the first season. Jack Lothian will be the lead producer, the writer, and will also act as the showrunner for the series. He's kind of a TV veteran, so our expectations are over the roof. What more? Lindsay Salt will be serving as the network executive on the project. So what can we expect from the show? It'll follow a British teacher in Spain who finds herself caught up in a superstore robbery. Surprisingly, one of the robbers claims that he recognizes her, and this is where things get interesting. Her life threatens to unravel, and she must fight to clear her name and save her family. Also, the filming was initially planned to run between March and August 2022, but in a tweet by Lothian, he stated that the filming will kick off in a few months. As of now, the update is that the filming will start on the 5th of September. It'll be running for a few weeks before it comes to an end on the 31st of October. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on Murderville? Do you think it deserves another season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.